very good evening. Leading our news bulletin tonight, the Premier Sir Takata Lange is back on the island. Seen here, Sir Takata Lange arrived into the country yesterday. He was greeted by his family at the airport. Sir Lange has been in New Zealand recovering from his medical treatment from November last year. The Premier recently told BCN News he'll be back after the doctor gives him the clearance. And back at work today, Sir Takata Lange has expressed his gratitude to the people for their support.
I'm still a bit fragile. Physically, mentally I'm fine. Physically, maybe still about 70–80%. But I would like to thank everybody for their prayers and words of support. And because I value that, and I value the fact that they had prayed for me and my family while we were there. I won't go into the details of what happened, but suffice to say that I'm happy to be back. I will gradually move myself into a position where I will start picking up the work. But in the meantime, I'm going to take it easy. The doctors wanted me to come home and recuperate. And recuperation is part of this.
While recovering in Auckland, Sir Takata Lange said he was assisting with work at home through online correspondence, responding to donors and seeking business opportunities for Niue.
Yeah, I talked to the Australian High Commission to find out what they're doing. I talked to a number of other people, looking basically at funding for some of the projects we have here. But not just that, I was also helping our cabinet here with the planning for the roading, for example. I believe that now that Avaseli is done and everybody's happy at Avaseli and we're moving north and everybody's starting to realise that there is a program in place, I'm very pleased to see finally us bedding these things down. All I ask sometimes is that please look after the roads, don't drive too fast, it doesn't help anybody. You just create more problems and it'll be hard for us to go back.
The second stage of road repairs from Namoi going north has started. The village volunteers keen to have their roads sealed like Avaseli have worked very hard to help seal the roads. Authorities are finding too many drivers are speeding, damaging the newly sealed road. The subsequent rains have also not helped. Office of the Premier states as a consequence, road workers will put in place speed humps to slow down traffic. It says it will slow the whole roading program down as well as they need to protect the machines. They will be set in concrete or authorities may import or do both. Office of the Premier states they will decide soon on this, including where they will be installed and the costs. Tropical Depression 11F has now formed into a Category 1 tropical cyclone. It's been named Tropical Cyclone Paula and it's expected to affect Fiji and Tonga. Niue's Weather Office says it is closely monitoring the system. A strong wind warning remains in force for land areas of Niue. A trough of low pressure remains slow moving over the island. Associated cloud and rain affects the group. Forecast to midnight tomorrow for Niue, northerly winds with average speeds of 40 km per hour to 55 km per hour, gusting to 65 km per hour. Occasional rain, heavy at times and few thunderstorms. A strong wind warning remains in force for Niue waters. It was a great turnout at the National Council of Women where members got to work on block printing in a workshop. Te Pori Te Riki has travelled from Auckland representing the only registered Cook Island agency, Takata Lange Vainetini, that has over 70 members in their club with 56 full members.
It's good to share what you learn, all your skills and your talents. It's good that we share to one another. Even though I come from the Cook Islands, it's good that I learn also from the Niue culture, what the women does for living and to keep the culture living for another year going on, so they can teach their children today and their children can teach their children tomorrow.
Te Ariki arrived at the invitation of Niua's National Council of Women and is supported by major sponsors Niua Chamber of Commerce as a means for business development and growth, adding to the list of the many skills the women possess, but as another avenue to generate revenue and tourist foot traffic for the group, acknowledging also their desire to learn of the new skill. Leader of the National Women's Council, Manongi Pomale, said they've been wanting this workshop for some time and can see great value already in capacity building for the women, but especially invited the youth with mention to the Niue High School principal, of whom is targeting those specifically in craft or design.
My advice to them is keep sharing and work together and share all their knowledge and not keeping it to themselves and make all the profit for themselves or whoever. So it's good that we all work together. So it's good to be sustainable as well with all what we do within our groups.
A thesis on tourism development in Niue and the impact of New Zealand's aid has been completed by a Rosie Watson from the University of Otago. It argues that to increase independence of the tourism industry, there should be funding allocated towards making tourism a self-sustaining function. And that's BCN News for tonight. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.